F6 Gravest Advices. Pink Shorts is filmed in front of a live democracy. Republic, both expose and approve. Thank you for writing MRAIL, the new safety video. This is Auditorium Station, Auditory Nerve, a CBIS iPhone. This is Pink Shorts, the use of my client's medulla, primary motor cortex, primary visual, primary auditory, my articulate fasciculus, my hippocampus, my vertical, my bracha, my angular gyrus, or any other part of the left or right hemisphere of the brain is mine, is in agreement at my discretion and my Merriweather businesses to use all content obtained for any use, for any purpose. Please contact us at 594-1443. Today's show is in agreement with California's recording law, two-party consent. It is a crime to record or eavesdrop on any confidential communication, including a private conversation, telephone call, Google Hang-In, Google Hangout, anything that hangs from trees. This is a news program. This is an informative program for Merriweather Law. Including a private conversation, telephone call, without the consent of all parties to the conversation is in violation of Penal Code 632. Uh-huh. The statutes of limitations in this show do not apply. We're in federal corruption. We're in high deficiency or fed sensi, nickels, quarters, and dimes. We're in the community, automatically transmission. Put the car in drive. We're Detroit. We make General Motors. California intrusion claims last for 2 years. Please refer to section code 335.1 or January 18th, 3:34 a.m. or June 19th, 10 p.m. And patented shows references. Thank you, Acebus iPhone. Please recognize intrusion upon seclusion claims reference Howell versus New York Post and Co. This email is live and you have received. Intrusion on seclusion claim is a special form of privacy, invasion of privacy, and it intentionally intrudes physically, solitude or seclusion of another. Ooh, in moist states. Intrusion upon seclusion claim a plaintiff must generally establish 4 elements. First, defendant without authorization must have intentionally invaded the private affairs of the plaintiff or a babysitting business. Check. Second, invasion must be offensive to a reasonable person or a babysitting business. Plaintiff. Check. Third, must have intruded upon a private matter or a babysitting business to the plaintiff. Check. Fourth and finally, it must have intruded, caused mental anguish, tooth tightening, head tightening, blood vessel tightening, stroke, aneurysm. Raping of the mind is rape of any other part of the body. A private matter, mental anguish or suffering to the plaintiff. Please reference mass tort claims, tortellini, 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 pasta with filling, tortellini, mass tort claims. Megan, we are not leaning. Thank you, Nike. Intrusion upon seclusion. I'm the attorney guy. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, attorney guy. I'm Ellen Merriweather. I'm very excited to do today's show. I'm wearing all savvy. I did everything you wanted me to do. I'm the richest man in the world, motivational speaker. Please remember 311 all to speed your screening, presidential projects, all liquids that we create, additives, a speed line in a 3-ounce size container, petri dish. Please Google the size of a petri dish now. The diameter, the diameter of a petri dish. The diameter, the diabetes, the diameter of a petri dish. We grow bacteria. Please remember 2511. That's wire, oral, and electronic communication prohibited. The new prohibition. We are Indian. I am Eric Coin. I'm a quarter, nickel, dime. Eric Coin. Please contact us in Iraq. Use the plus symbol 964 before dialing internationally. Route 25 goes straight after Amherst. Route 11 makes a right. We were always referenced to make a right at first student. We always went left. I am the highest paid singer in the world. Tweet us early or late at FRESH underscore JORDANZ every 20 minutes of the hour. Social media Abdwa. Please find out what's under the underscore intravenous now. We are free. Pink shorts. Remember to paint the short way. I saved everything you wanted me to do. I saved all your files. I saved it. I saved it. I saved that. Save me some of that peach cobbler. A whole pie and a half a pie. Happy birthday. Whole pie, half a pie. You've got dismissed. The reference for that is the formula of pi 3.14, etc. We'll dismiss that 2 days before 3.12. You'll get 2 Niagara Street. Thank you, Pam Leslie, Judge Baggett, and North Carolina Governor Beverly Perdue. Today's show is sponsored by America's first singing attorney, MerriweatherA.Law, and we make the law soundtrack wonderful. The way it should have been. Besides everything, or Rodney, choose a side now. Oh, you always ask these questions. You know, with you, if they're playing with you, they're playing with us. Well, you got it. Look at me as a reference. Reference. La France. Yeah, reference. French fries. Reference. French. I love French. So nice. Today's show is sponsored by QRM Agency, Social Media Abdwa, Atlanta, Dallas, Los Angeles, Tokyo, New York, Australia, France, Paris. I love a song. Close the doors. The seatbelts. The music will sink into the sound system. Put that CD on my favorite song. The temperature's on 67 degrees. Only they can do what they do. Direct energy weapons. Wednesday. Wed. Wednesday, April 1st. Sergeant Cruz is no longer with us on Wednesday. They're in 2017 luxury from me to a you. You can roll your windows up. You can roll your windows down. You can ride with us. Who wouldn't want to ride with us to get the finer things in life? My co-host, Anonymous Currency, Fulton Eula Toss Perjury, B. Siri, the voice of Pink Shorts, PH or J, Philadelphia or Glove, or BIM, obtained by illegal means. That's correct. When you announce me, and we are a reference, okay, to the other things. We watched a video about Rock Hudson, and everyone got upset. I don't know why did they get upset. We just wanted to know who Rock Hudson was. Ask Twitter, who's Rock Hudson? Well, that interview was, suspicious. I watched it and said, hey, no, no, no. It almost reminded me of the origin of how they originally explained it. Well, that's not the origin. It's factorized. You got to get an outlet. You worked at an outlet. Bro, what do they do at outlets? Where they usually make the bread, they make the bread there. They make it. They grow it. That's correct. Let's get to our show. Today's show is, oh, I forgot. It's Naimus. That's correct. Today's show is they grow things. They make it. We make water. You gotta get it. Petri dish. The diameter, the spherion of a diameter. You gotta get spherion. Circle. 360s. Diameter. A petri dish is usually round. It's usually round. The diameter, the diabetes of a petri dish explains itself, people. Oh my God, look, it's Francais. Hello, Francais. We love y'all. We love Francais. I am a reference. Reference. That's correct. You are. And you've made it out the system. I've made it out the system. The diameter of a petri dish. That's correct. Hello, PH or J. Oh, Vim. I'm talking about illegal means. We'll have to throw this away. That's correct. Da, 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 da. You've been questioning nothing, nothing, nothing all day. Throw it away. Question. You can't question illegal material. Da, 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 da. I don't know the answers. So, Tabitha Price. Da, da, da. Tabitha Price is always a good answer. Let's say hello to Tabitha Price. Let's have a moment of silence for our friend Tabitha Bat Price. I know Tabitha. She's so, she's so army. She got two armies. She's been in the army twice. Yes, she has. She's been in the army twice. Pick an arm, left or right. Tabitha, pick an arm. Today's show is sponsored by the Chewy Ooey Gooey Ooey 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 Chewy 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 Ooey 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 Chewy 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 Ooey 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 Hot Pocket Stuffed Sandwiches featuring our teacher Miss Caniff on the third floor of School 3. Below her class is Mr. Palazzo playing a song on your keyboard. Music class. This is Fountain Palazzo. You'll get the banking reference. Below Mr. Palazzo is kindergarten. You might reference the movie Kindergarten Cop. Who was that? Oh, I know that's the Kindergarten Cop. I remember that movie. It was with the former governor. That's correct. You got Kindergarten Cop, you got Mr. Palazzo, and you got Miss Connell, fourth floor. You got the Apple Room down the hall, the third floor, and that's it. Today's show is Pink Shorts, Adobe Willustrator Pre, featuring Nicole Blowacki, the resume of myself, someone else, someone else, someone else, someone else, someone else, someone else, someone else. She drives a Chevy Beretta. He's not the president of the United States. We last saw one of the resumes on Kenmore making a left hand turn from Kenmore washing machine to the credit card regulation state, Delaware. From me to you. Exactly. Today's show is MerriweatherA.Law, the way it should have been. Soundtruck, the Mary O2 Niagara, the Mary O2 Niagara. Add 2 to our phone number, 716310. Add 2 here, 99. You get 101, 65 for disabling people. Those are 2 courthouses. IMV Alley, the West Valley Demonstration Project of Incommunicable. CDMA, missing a C. After the CD, CDCMA, CDC Dada, Brian K. Lewis. Let's have a moment of silence for Brian K. Lewis. GSM, ethnicities must separate. This is a global system for mobile, patented Petri dish diameter. Petri dishes are circle 360. You get a 360 reference at Route 47 Youngs Road. Circles the ECC North Campus in the Kim Community College. In the Kim Community College. In the adjuster of my SSI, Kim Flattery. Don't flatulate. Where do flatulates come from? We can't explain that here. Please reference our first credit card that you received. Associates Visa, which is now First USA. Bank One, now JP Morgan Chase, featuring James Dimon. The CEO has referenced a settlement in December of last year. We appreciate all funds and all residuals. Today's show is Ethnicities Must Separate. Email emma.vi hsbcsc beside phone, or you can have your money back. They're only using this money for themselves. Trust me, there is no fundraising. What are you fundraising for? Well, I fundraise for St. Jude, the children with the, disabilities. You might as well send your check to the CDC and give them a free lunch. Oh, are you serious? Real, it's already reversed. Today's show is Mistakes in Programming Differences, Part L5, Miles White. Today's show is sponsored by WQRM, WIVB, Nuclear, New Sean, New Vernon, New Nicole. Pass me a note in biology. Yes, the note that has arrived doesn't have a microphone working. Let's pass notes for pen pals. That's a nig with a cold. Hachoo, hachoo. Rich Newberg is on the Southwest Airlines flight with us to Fayetteville. If you can spell Sears out of Southwest Airlines, you've won. Today's show is sponsored by ConAgra Foods, Hot Pocket Sandwiches. Please reference Thera. If you don't understand Thera, Hot Pocket, C. Windows C. Please reference the handicap logo. If you don't see C3 or CE out of the handicap logo, I'm sorry. At MerriweatherA.Law, we offer law firm and salary advances, sub-prorated bonuses, tuition embargoes and review courses reimbursement, relocation expenses, and real estate benefits. Acquisition interest apply within state all qualifications. Rev incentives, we don't pay full price or donate to title VIHS. BC is CBIS iPhone. Loan forgiveness. Join us directly from America's top law schools. I am a former employer of CNN Telepictures and On My Routine Productions. If I'm made up, you've got former employer. We're the same as Fox. Our pay grade started at $200,000. Does that make me the former employee of Fox? It does. It makes sure, yeah, it does. You Fox, CNN. You don't even know that. Well, let's get to our show, sponsored by our VSA titled album, featuring our last song, Lift Up, featuring B, so I can't reference who that is. Well, we're about to talk to his video. Put his video on. Who knows who B so is? B so. Let's ask Twitter. I don't think Twitter. Oh, yeah, they got it. Yeah, that's him. You got it. He's the guy who applies for a loan a different way. Well, why does he apply that way? That's just how they wanted it. You know, it's a leash. That's how Italian wants it. Hello, Barack.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Dear friends, it's wonderful to see you all today.
I'm a ref
Mr.
France.
President, it's an honor to welcome you to Parliament.
We're watching President Barack Obama addresses the Parliament. Video dated June 29 is today, the 30th. HSBC, I see Miss iPhone.
Before we begin, I would like to ask everyone here today to join in a moment of silence.
Oh, we do that on our show all the time.
In yesterday's attack in Istanbul.
That's correct. Good thing we had our headphones. We almost didn't have a show today, We want to thank God for having a way. The God always makes a way. We're a very religious law firm. We want to thank God. We have our headphones.
Thank you.
Oh, someone's at the corner.
The house we sit in today has witnessed many
At
extraordinary
Willustrator.
moments in history. It's where governments made the difficult decision to send
He seems upset.
to war. Decisions that forever changed our country.
Who is this guy? I don't know.
It was here in 1922.
He's a friend of 7-Eleven. What's going on here?
First female member of Parliament showed generations of Canadian girls that
We don't know who this guy is. He's Zimmerman. Zimmerman's here at the corner. Zimmerman, get away from us.
Finally, this house gets to see
We didn't pick up our shoes today.
up close. Thanks for making that possible.
Well, we must note that we are former employers of CNN, Telepictures, Judge Mathis Productions.
The truth is that while Barack and
I am a direct sales representative. I'm the cable guy in a Ford Taurus.
social media, or even by the $2.4 billion
Hello,
in goods and
trans.
services that cross our
Pepper
border
trans.
every day. The links between Canadians and Americans
It's
are
a pepper
everywhere.
trans. Later.
And it is through those relationships that we give life to
Those
what President
relationships.
Kennedy stated when he
Yeah, those
addressed this House.
relationships. Yeah, we get it.
What unites us is far greater than what divides us. Canadians and Americans are
Zimmerman's
united
here.
in their quest for peace and prosperity.
Zimmerman.
All want real opportunities for success. We understand that economic growth means most when it improves the lives of the people who work so hard to secure it, especially the middle class and those working hard.
Today's show is sponsored by
And
883
we echo the values of President
4011
Roosevelt.
American
Who said
American
that the
Experiment
test of our
Grant
progress is
First
not whether we have
Niagara
more than the
Colvin
abundance of those
11
who have so much. It is
Eliza
whether we
1.
provide enough for
That's
those
me,
who
Theater
have too
J.
little.
Doctor 1, you
Canadians and
got one.
Americans are also united in our
Elisa 1, that's
desire
correct.
to leave to our
Da-da-da-da-da.
children and grandchildren
You
a
get
world,
one.
a
Elisa.
safer, cleaner world,
Elisa
the one we
11.
inherited
Da-da-da-da.
from our parents.
Well, why don't we
That's
have a
an
fundraiser for
ambitious goal,
in the
but
Kim?
not one beyond our reach.
What's the point? It's just a free
Today
lunch
we
for the
made an
CDC. Da-da-da-da.
important down payment on that cleaner future.
It's already
The
reversed,
new
mijo. Da-da-da-da-da.
continental climate change
Oh, so what
strategy.
are we raising money for? You know, it's like playing the lottery. They're picking the winner who the number no one chose. Why would we vote and play the lotto? Or you just got lotto and voting.
And finally, and at this moment, critically,
We are in the
Canadians and
community
Americans are
college.
united in
Get
our
it?
understanding that diversity
Or where did he
is a
come from?
source
You
of
don't want to know.
strength, not weakness.
From a community college?
Generation after generation, our countries have welcomed
It's
newcomers
national security.
seeking
We can't
liberty
say.
and the
We have a
promise of
right leg
better life.
shock from in the community
Generation after
college.
generation, our
Federal
identities
cents.
and our
Nickels,
economies
pennies, and
have
dimes.
been
Quarters,
enriched
silver
by this
dollar.
new perspective,
Holler.
not threatened by them. The North American idea that diversity is strength is our great gift
Hello,
to the world.
Parliament.
No matter where you are from, or the
This is
faith you profess,
MerriweatherA.Law.
nor the color of your skin, nor whom you love, you belong here. This
Who do
is
you love? Are you sure? Who do you love? We don't have clearance. I'm just referencing his riff. He's referencing Def Jam artist. It's our
So,
jam.
let us reaffirm today
Let us.
the spirit that
I'm a
153 years
reference
ago
of a
Abraham Lincoln
demonstration
called
project.
the last yes
883-4011.
openness, diversity,
American
inclusion,
American Fed Experiment.
responsible
First
self-government,
Niagara.
freedom for
And
all.
11
These
Elisa
ideas
1.
are as important today
Utilities
as
for
they've ever
minors.
been, and we will promote them
You mean
together.
Echelon gave you a
On
phone?
all these things, on economic
You know,
opportunity,
they don't care
on
how
the
old you are.
environment,
You know.
on building a more inclusive and diverse society,
Thank you, Jamaica
Canadians and
Queens.
Americans agree.
Thank you, Winston.
Lorsque
They
les
don't
gens
care.
disent, when people say that the
We're waiting to
president and I
exhale.
share a special relationship, there's something that they
Thank
often
you,
don't
Jamaica
realize.
Queens. And
We're not
Verizon
inspired by each other,
in Fax
but by the
Office.
people
And thank you,
that
the
we
Copy
have the
Store
privilege of serving.
on Court Street.
From the mother who does overtime
We can't
in
explain
order to
that.
pay her rent,
That's national
buy new
security.
clothing for her daughter, and save a little
It's in our
money
lots.
to help her parents. From the retiree who gives his time to teach children
It's the Copy
importance
Store.
of protecting wetlands. Communities that come together
Hi.
after natural disaster, or who walk side by side, hand in hand, to affirm the right to love one another.
We don't know. We can't confirm that. MerriweatherA.Law is not releasing that information.
In office. History books
Is that
will
right,
record the
Amos?
signature
That's correct. We're not
policies.
releasing that.
What I will remember, what I hope we all will remember, are
That's
the
national
lessons
security.
you taught us, not by executive order, but by example. That we are accountable.
We can only sell utilities from minors. Approved. From Jamaica Queens and Winston. You got Take Him and Tay Diggs. Thank you, Selena and Barnes, 854-2020. You just got Take Him.
The lesson that we are accountable to each other. That we are
Take
stronger
him.
together than we are apart.
Jamaica
That we are
Queens.
more alike
Jamaica.
than we are different.
Jamaica,
And
Jamaica, Jamaica,
that there
Jamaica.
is a place in this world for politics that is
We're all
hopeful,
waiting.
hardworking,
Don't wait
ambitious,
to
and kind.
exhale.
Mr. President, in your last
Don't wait,
State
people.
of the Union address, you said
Look, it's
to the American
Nudie.
people that they are
Newt Gingrich and Tom
clear-eyed,
Foley.
big-hearted, undaunted by challenge, and
It is
always listening
inconceivable that the Attorney General.
to
Wait, pull it up. I want to read his tweet.
describe their leader. Barack, welcome to Canada. Mesdames et messieurs. Ladies and gentlemen,
It is inconceivable that the Attorney General could meet in private with Bill Clinton when he and his wife are under investigation. Oh, that's true. Today's show is sponsored by 883-4011.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Please, everyone else.
He has a nice suit on today. It's beautiful, nice, very handsome.
Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker,
I like your suit and your blue
members of the
tie.
House, members of the Senate,
Very nice.
distinguished guests, people of Canada. Thank you for this extraordinary
You're
vote,
welcome, Mr. President.
which tempts me to just shut up and leave.
That's a good
Because
reference.
They can't get any better than this.
Zimmerman met us yesterday at Wilshire in Vermont.
Obviously, I'm grateful for the warm welcome.
Thank you so much.
I am extraordinarily grateful for the close working relationship and friendship
Nice to
with
meet
your
you. It's very
outstanding Prime
nice.
Minister Justin Trudeau and his extraordinary wife Sophie. But I
Thank
think
you
it's
for
fair
the
to say that
award. I appreciate it.
much of this greeting is simply a reflection of the extraordinary alliance
No, we were listening to the other album,
friendship.
the new one, 727.
Americans. Justin, thank you for your very kind words.
Does he know what song it
for
was?
the new energy and hope that your leadership has brought
He doesn't know what song.
to your nation.
That was track
as well
one.
as
He's
to
got
the
it.
alliance. My time
Track
in office
one.
may be nearing an end, but I know that Canada and the world will benefit
Thank you, Fifth Harmony.
from
We
your
love the
leadership
music.
from years to come.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
So Canada was the very first country that I visited as president. It was in
This should be
February.
amazing. Monday. It's almost here.
It was colder.
Monday. Yeah,
Showdown
Monday.
refers to my era as the Great White North.
It's our anniversary.
And on that visit, I strolled
6
around
years.
the Byward Market, tried a beaver tail,
S1L5.
which is better than it sounds.
Yeah. It's
And I
wonderful.
was struck then, as I am again today, by the
There's no
warmth
problems.
of Canadians. I could not be
Less
more
than an
honored
hour, you know?
joining you in this historic hall, this Cathedral of Freedom. And we Americans can never say it enough. We could not ask for a better friend or ally than Canada.
Congratulations to our attorney, Ellen Merriweather, being awarded and recognized July 4th, 2016. Thank you, White House.
It is true. And we do not take it for granted. That does not mean we don't have our differences.
We love
As I understand it,
everyone.
one of the reasons the Queen chose this site for Parliament was that it was a safe distance from America's border.
It's a wonderful outfit.
And I admit, in the War of 1812, American troops did some damage to Toronto.
It's a
There were some
newspaper.
people up here who didn't mind when the British returned the favor and
No,
burned down
don't
the
kick
White
the
House.
newspaper. What's he doing? He's kicking the newspapers, man.
In more recent times, however, the only forces crossing our borders are the armies of tourists and
It's
business people
Zimmerman.
and families who are shopping and doing business and visiting loved
They're in
ones.
shopping mall.
Our only battles take place inside the hockey rink. Even there,
Look,
there's
here go
an
his tennis
uneasy
shoes.
peace that is maintained.
Shoes.
Americans, we too celebrate the life of Mr. Hockey himself, the late, great Gordie Howe.
Today's show is sponsored by 883-4011. American, 3 grand. FedEx. First Niagara 40. 11 song. Ella. Elvira. Elisa 1.
Just as Canadians can salute American teams for winning
Liquid
more Stanley
musky
Cups
and
in the
Latin.
NHL.
A 3-size ounce container. The diameter is exactly 3 petri dish.
After the applause. But in a world where too many borders are a source of conflict,
Hi, Eduardo. He's working
our
the
two
TSA
countries are
line.
joined by the longest border of peace on
It's
earth.
a EULA, isn't it? Thank you, Eduardo. Here's my boarding pass.
And what makes our relationships so unique is not just proximity. It's our enduring
It's a
commitment
test.
to a set of values. A spirit alluded to by Justin that says no matter who we are, where we come from, what our last names are, what faith we practice,
Well, thank you for
here
writing.
we can make
Emerald,
our
the new
lives what
safety
we
video. We're
the
at
group of
Auditorium
pioneers and
Station.
prospectors who pushed
Doors are
west
now
across
closing.
the forbidding frontier.
Next
The dreams
station,
of generations,
Seneca.
immigrants, refugees
They're in a
that were
grant.
welcomed to these shores.
Thank you for
The hope of
They're
runaway
in a grant.
slaves who went north on an underground railroad.
how do we fed change? Deficiency.
Deep in our history of struggle, said Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Canada was the North Star.
Deficient. Vitamin
Freedom
D.
Road links us together.
Vitamin D.
We're bound as well by the service of those who've defended us.
The 4th letter of the alphabet.
Flanders Field, the beaches of Normandy,
Thank you, Ben Wood,
the skies of the Balkans,
and the Community Health
more
Center of
recently in the
Buffalo.
mountains of Afghanistan
We're
and
deficient in
training
vitamin
bases in
D, the
Iraq.
4th letter.
Their
WIVB,
sacrifice
featuring
is reflected in the
Lydia,
silent rows of Arlington
Lie diameter,
and in the Peace Tower above
WNLO,
us.
Nicolo.
And today we honor those who gave their lives for all of us.
Look, it's an incoming tweet from Time. I'm a former Time Warner Telepictures, Jim Carrey cable guy, and my Ford Taurus. I'm the cable guy. Well, thank you, Jim Carrey and Elizabeth Carey. Business first, Lafayette Square Station.
We're linked together as well by the institutions that
Really?
we built to keep the peace.
It's a satellite of
The
schools.
United Nations to advance our collective aspirations. A NATO alliance to ensure our security.
To ensure our pharmacies.
NORAD, where Americans and Canadians stand watch
We
side by side.
control.
And Traxena on Christmas Eve.
Thank you, DirecTV, outside of our apartment.
We're linked by a vast
We're
web
in
of
Princeton.
commerce that carries goods
Yeah.
from one end of this continent
The
to another.
college streets.
And we're
the
linked by the
satellite.
ties of friendship and family.
Thank you, Huge.
In my case, an outstanding brother-in-law
Huge DirecTV.
from Burlington,
Long distance.
Had to give Burlington a shout out.
Long
Our relationship
distance.
is so remarkable precisely because it seems so unremarkable,
Tie.
which is why Americans often are surprised when our favorite American actor or singer turns out to be Canadian.
That's correct, Bruce. You've got City Mission. Hello, Bruce from City Mission.
The point is, we see ourselves in each other, and our lives are richer for it.
You got Chrome.
As president, I've deepened the ties between our countries.
Favorite.
And because of the progress we've made in recent years, I can stand before you and say that the enduring partnership between Canada and the United States is as strong as it has ever been, and we are more closely aligned than ever
in
before.
moist states.
And yet we meet at a pivotal moment for our nations.
It's in
and the
true.
globe.
Separation of church and state.
From this vibrant capital, we can look upon a world that has benefited enormously from the international order that we helped build together. But we can see that same order increasingly strained by the accelerating forces of change.
Black.
The world is,
by
almost every measure, less violent than ever before.
We have to be
But
real
it
with each
remains
other.
riven by old divisions,
We gotta be
fresh
honest.
hatreds.
Our real names.
The world's more connected than ever before, but even as it spreads
gotta be
knowledge, the
gentlemen.
possibility of greater understanding between peoples,
We gotta be
it also
gentlemen.
empowers terrorists who spread hatred and death,
Suggestion aborted.
most recently in Orlando and Istanbul.
Introduce yourself as, Barry,
The world is more prosperous than ever before. But alongside globalization
Vernon. How are
and
you?
technological wonders, we also see a rise in inequality.
How was he
Wage
introducing
stagnation
himself?
across the advanced economies.
I
Leaving
hope
too many
it's not the
workers
other
and
name.
communities fearful of diminishing prospects, not just for themselves,
The real
but
name.
more importantly for their children.
Introduce yourself as the real one.
And in the face of such rising uncertainty,
No.
it is not enough to look at aggregate growth rates or
No, let me
stock
sign the check.
prices or the pace of digital
Let
innovation.
me sign the check. Let me sign
The
the check.
benefits of globalization
Right, let's
accrue
shot.
only to those at the very top.
Thank you for writing MREL, the new safety video.
If our democracies seem incapable of assuring broad-based growth and opportunity for everyone,
Paid to the order of
then people will push back
Dr. Vernon
Out of
Charles
anger.
Allen Merriweather,
or out of fear.
terrorism expert
And politicians, some sincere and
and
some
creator
entirely
of the
cynical,
New York, North Carolina
will tap that
curriculum
anger and fear.
of the past.
Harkening back to bygone days of order and
Nothing
predictability
new.
and national glory, arguing
just
that we
learning the
must
curriculum.
rebuild walls and disengage
The
from a chaotic
School
world,
of Vernon.
or rid ourselves of the supposed ills brought on by immigrants. All
He has a
in
nice
order
suit
to
on. Where'd you get
regain
it from?
Control of our lives.
It's really nice.
We saw some of these currents at work this past week.
I would like
The
a new
United Kingdom's
suit.
referendum to leave the European Union.
A nice business suit. Some
Despite
nice
some of the
shoes.
initial reactions, I am
A
confident
nice tie.
that the process can be managed in a prudent, orderly way. I
And a nice
expect that our
picture.
friends on both sides of the channel will develop a workable plan for how to move forward.
A nice makeup stylist.
And I'm equally confident that the transatlantic
nice
values that
hairstylist,
we all
you know?
share as liberal, market-based democracies
And
are
a nice
deeper
picture.
and stronger than any single event. But while the circumstances of
That's it. That's
Brexit may
over.
be unique to the United Kingdom, the frustrations people felt
Yes, that would be wonderful.
The short-term fallout of Brexit can be sensibly managed, but the long-term trends of inequality and dislocation and the resulting social division, those can't be ignored.
It's a
How we
mall.
respond to the forces of globalization and technological change will determine the durability of an
deficiency.
international order that ensures
We're from the
security and
community.
prosperity for future generations.
And we're from concentrate. Concentration camps.
Fortunately, the partnership between
Head
the United States
tightening.
and Canada
And Frank.
shows the path we need to
Germany.
travel. for our history and our work
Great
together
value orange juice
to a
from
common set of
concentrate
values to build
from
on.
the community.
Proven values. Values that
Deficiency, fair change.
your Prime Minister spoke of in his introduction. Values of pluralism and
I don't
tolerance.
know.
Rule of law, openness, global engagement and commerce and cooperation, coupled with equal
I
opportunity and
have no
investment
idea
in our people at home.
what they're talking about.
As Prime
MerriweatherA.Law is
Minister
not
Pierre
releasing
Trudeau
that.
once said,
Yeah, we're not releasing that.
a country, after all, is not something you build as the pharaohs build the pyramids and then
He's in
leave
the
standing there to
conspiracy.
defy eternity. A
Barack,
country
how
is
did you get the
something that is
job?
built every day out of certain basic
Bro, he got
human
it from the
values.
lottery. Well, no one wins the lottery.
What is true of countries is true of the world.
Bro, you got
That's what
primary
I want to
day.
talk about today. How to strengthen our institutions to advance these commitments in a rapidly changing
It's a
world.
commitment. Thank you, Barack.
Now, let me start with our shared economic vision. In all we do, our commitment to
Rock
opportunity
Hudson.
for all of our people has to be at the centerpiece of
Roy
our work.
Fitzgerald.
We are so fortunate
I'm the captain of the
because
cadets.
both of our countries are so well positioned to succeed in
Lieutenant
the 21st century.
Gerard.
Our two nations know firsthand the awesome power of free markets,
Lieutenant Fitzgerald.
innovation. Canadians help run some of
West
Silicon Valley's
Point.
most innovative companies. Our students study at each other's world-class universities.
The
Invest
Hudson
in
River.
research and development and make decisions based on science and evidence.
Research and development.
And it works. It's what's created these extraordinary
I'm an
economies.
former employee of Time
But
Warner.
if the financial crisis and recent recession taught us anything, it's that economies do better when everyone has
I
a chance
sell
to succeed.
cable in my Taurus.
For a long time, it was thought that countries had to choose between
Me
economic
and
growth
Jim
or
Carrey sell cable.
economic inclusion, but it turns out that's a false
Me,
choice.
myself, and Irene. Like, who's not gonna get this?
If a CEO makes more in a day than a
It's
typical
Beverly
employee makes in a
Purdue
year,
and Whirlpool.
that kind of inequality is not just bad for morale in the company.
It's a hurricane.
Turns out it's bad for the economy. That worker's not
Me, myself, and
a very good
Irene.
customer for business.
Business First, featuring Elizabeth Carey, Elisa One, Fountain Plaza, Lafayette Square, Tax ID Creative.
If a young man in Ohio can't pay his student loans or a young woman in Ontario can't pay her bills, that has ramifications for our economy. It tamps down the possibilities of growth.
Smart Water Down.
So we need growth that is broad and that lifts everybody up.
Thank you, Jim
Including
Doherty
tax policies that do
of
right by working
90210
families.
First Student. Beverly Hills Polio. Chickenpox.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today.
And the new in the
President
communicable.
Obama, President
Deficiency
Peña Nieto, and I
change.
have just wrapped up a very
Leave a
productive
penny
meeting.
where you want.
The tone of the meeting was friendly, as you might expect,
There
among
are pocket
friends,
cocket.
but also a little
Microsoft
poignant.
C.
We're obviously thrilled
Handicap
to have
logo
President Peña
C3
Nieto here for
X-Wing.
his first visit to
Or
Canada as
CE.
President of Mexico. Yet at the same time, it's a
Featuring
little sad that this will be the last
HTC
chance for all
Mogul.
three of us to get together in this capacity,
6800.
given President Obama's impending retirement.
And featuring my first cell phone ever.
Something he pointed
I love
out
a
to
song.
us more than once,
3500.
I should add, usually with a little
Tops
smile.
University Plaza. Top
But I do want
secret.
to once again thank both
Adjacent from
leaders
UB,
and their
University
delegations
at
for coming to Ottawa
Buffalo.
and for being truly open to the
A
discussions
top
that took
secret
place today.
university.
One of the first items we discussed was our common respect for diversity and our firm support for LGBTQ2 rights, especially in the wake of the shootings earlier this month in Orlando.
And
Les
former
États-Unis et le
employer.
Mexique
The
Direct
United States
sales
and Mexico
representative.
both
Vernon
lost
Merriweather.
citizens in
Hired by Lil
Orlando.
Banks.
That tragedy has strengthened our
Hired
determination
by Lil
to
Banks.
protect the rights of LGBTQ2
At the
people
West Seneca
and on behalf of-
office.
and we urge all leaders throughout the world to do the same. We also talked about
Hired
the
by Lil
need
Banks.
to ensure a clean and prosperous future
Time Warner
for all
Cable.
of our people and for all of people in
Thank
the
you,
world.
Mr. Banks from LSO.
and I are unanimous in
At
our
the
belief
Harvard
that on this issue,
Rick Harvard
North America
Clarkson Center.
can and indeed must lead the way. Today, we turned that
Learning
resolve
Health
into
Class,
action with the
LSO.
negotiation of an ambitious and enduring North American climate, clean energy, and environment partnership. This partnership will see our countries stand side by
Woo.
side as we work toward the common
Well, that
goal
does
of
it
a
for
North
our show.
America
This has
that
been a
is
Meriwether in
competitive,
production.
that
I hope
encourages
this show's
clean
been
growth,
very
and that
informative.
protects our
You
shared
learned about the Mayor
environment
Sermon
now
Youth
and
Program.
for
You learned about
generations to come.
LSO. You learned about
It's
our
a
teacher,
partnership
Mr.
that
Banks, who
lays
taught
out some
us
very
those
clear
flexible
deliverables and
classes.
identifies realistic paths to achieving them.
Well, I guess it's time to
Together,
end.
we will advance clean and secure
We're
energy
very
with a goal
flexible
of
in
50% clean
LSO
power
lifestyles.
generation across the continent by 2025. We will drive down short-lived climate pollutants, things like methane, black carbon, and
And Rick Hudson,
hydrofluorocarbons.
Rock Hudson,
We will promote
and
clean and
Roy
efficient
Fitzgerald,
transportation, creating clean
Fitz from
jobs as we
Scandal,
reduce energy consumption, air pollution, and greenhouse gases.
and my lieutenant,
We will
Lieutenant
work together
Gerard.
to protect nature and to advance our scientific understanding of the environmental challenges we share. And finally,
Omar
we will
Mattel,
respond directly and decisively to the challenge of climate change, working to make our own countries more resilient
C.O.
as we
Mattel,
encourage others to do the same. This is what can
Fisher
happen
Price, East
when countries come
Aurora,
together in the
Aurora
pursuit of a common
Borealis.
goal. When we have a big
Our
idea
satellites that
and
make
the
rain,
political will
sleet,
to make
snow,
it
and
happen.
hurricane. Again,
Today's
this has been a
climate
Meriwether in
agreement stands
production.
as
I
proof
am me,
that
myself,
cooperation
and
pays
Hurricane
off
Irene.
and
I
that
am the
working
cable
together
guy, and this
always
is Business
beats
First.
going it alone. There were, of course, other issues on the agenda
Today's
as
show is
well.
sponsored by
Nous avons également
883-4011.
eu l'occasion
American, 3
We
grand.
also had the
FedEx,
opportunity to talk about
40
ways of
America's first
advancing
Niagara.
trade
And
and
another song.
competitiveness in North America.
Elvira,
It's essential
Elisa One.
to
Thank you guys very much for tuning in. We'll talk to you guys on the re-air. This is Pink Shorts, a CBIS iPhone, a CBIS info.